There are two types of commitment that you can leverage to get people to go along with your way of thinking. There's strong internal commitments, then there's weak external commitments. Unfortunately, most people in all cases leverage this kind of commitment, which is why commitments, even though they seem honest, kind of fall through. For example, consider somebody who has a very, very, very strong desire to eat something. They have a very, very strong internal desire to eat something. This is an internal, congruent, subconscious desire to eat something, but the external way that this internal desire is expressed is kind of vague. They're really, really hungry. They know they want to eat something. They're just not sure what. This is very, very easy to leverage. You can convince this person to eat a lot of different stuff. On the other hand, consider somebody who is not really sure they want to eat something, but you're trying to get them to eat something very, very specific. This is a lot more difficult to leverage. This is the kind of commitment, unfortunately, that most people try to leverage in any kind of persuasive or otherwise, hopefully, charismatic social conversation. You have a deep desire to do something. You have a deep commitment to do something, even though the external way this commitment will specifically apply to the world is uncertain. This is much easier to leverage than the commitment that is externally applied. This is how salespeople are taught to sell things. Somebody comes into your shop and they're kind of somewhat interested in your product. Let's say it's a car. And so you build value, build value, build value. Then you say the price of this car is $40,000. Why don't we sign up today? And the guy says, yeah, I'm not really sure. And so then the salesperson is taught to lower the price. Lower the price enough so the value is greater than the cost. And so they say, what about $35,000? If I could get you this car for $35,000, could I earn your business today? And the customer says, yeah, sure. And so now the salesperson thinks they have a commitment. And so the idea is once they get a commitment to buy the car at $35,000, they can slowly push up the price a little bit, negotiate, and leverage this commitment. But this commitment is not an honest commitment, because when the salesperson says the car is $40,000, buy it today, the customer's thinking, yeah, I don't want to buy the car. And when the salesperson says, if I could get it to you for $35,000, would you buy it? The customer says yes, but that's not really an honest answer. They're just saying that to get the salesperson to shut up. So this is an externally given commitment, which doesn't represent a strong internal commitment. They still don't want to buy the car. And even if the car was $35,000, if they did buy it, they would feel strongly pressured into it, and it wouldn't give them a very positive experience. A much better way to leverage commitment is to leverage the deep, unconscious, congruent commitment to buy a car in the abstract. So when a customer comes into your car shop, you can say something like, well, maybe you'll buy a car from me today. Maybe you'll buy a car from somebody a year from now. But you're somewhat interested in buying a car. Is that correct? Is that why you came in here? Yeah. I'm thinking about buying a car. Not sure if I want to buy one today. Not sure what kind of car I want to buy. But I think I might want to buy a car. Then you can ask them, so if you did buy a car, what would the main reason be to buy a car? Maybe today, maybe in 6 months. That way there's no pressure to buy the car right now. So they will give you their real, genuine motivation to buy a car. And so they'll give you a bunch of reasons. Well, I want to buy a car because of this, that, and the other reason. And then you can say, are you sure? Because buying a car is expensive. Buying a car costs a lot of money. You still have a car now, right? Your car that you have now will probably work for another couple of years, right? Oh yeah. So why do you think buying a car is the right thing for you to do? And as long as you keep this conversation and this question in the abstract, in the realm of maybe sometime in the future, they will give you their honest, genuine desire to buy a car. They will give you their honest reasons for buying a car. They will give you their honest intentions, and they will commit to their intentions since you're not pressuring them right now. And this deep, unconscious commitment to buy a car, maybe now, maybe in the future, is much, much easier to leverage than an externally applied or elicited commitment that's based kind of on pressure. So whenever you talk to somebody, before you try to get them to make any decision, before you even make any suggestions, before you even give them any advice, ask them what they want to do. What do you want to do? What do you want to do in the future? You want to do that? And just listen to them talk. And then say, are you sure this is what you want? Because that takes a lot of time and effort. You could spend your time and effort doing something else, doing something differently. Are you sure this is what you want to do? And they will say yes, and they will tell you why. They will explain themselves. They will justify their decisions. So, because as long as you listen to their desires, as long as you listen to the reasons for their desires without any judgment, they will start to feel a stronger and stronger sense of agency. And this strong sense of agency is a very, very positive feeling. And even if you're not intending to sell them anything, even if you're not intending to persuade them to do anything, this strong sense of agency will make them feel very, very good, and they will subconsciously associate that strong, positive feeling of agency with you. So whenever you're talking to somebody, even if you're not in sales, just ask them, what do you want to do? Whatever the topic of the conversation is. Imagine a future 5 years from now, a year from now, 6 months. You have the ideal future with regards to whatever we were just talking about. What does that look like? And get them to expand that future desire map. Future pace their desires. And then say something like this. That's a fantastic goal. A lot of people don't have goals like you. A lot of people just kind of drift around. A lot of people don't take the time and the mental energy to articulate an ambition like that. That's fantastic. But let me ask you this. That will take some effort to get there. That will take some time and some energy and some opportunity cost to get there. Are you sure that's what you want to do with your time and effort? Are you sure you want to create this desire? And when you say this desire, you use the exact same phrases and words that they use to describe their desire. And they will say, yes, I absolutely want that. And then say, why do you think that? Why do you think that's true? Why do you want to get that? Why is this the best use of your time? And they will explain why. And they might not be sure why, but whatever words they give will be representing a much deeper, much more stronger, much more congruent, much more subconsciously driven sense of agency. And this sense of agency feels very, very good. Even if you don't want to leverage this, even if you don't want to use this sense of agency to persuade them to do something, even if you don't want to use this sense of agency to seduce them into your bedroom, even if you don't want to use this sense of agency to sell them something, you can just build up this sense of agency and they will feel fantastic and they will associate that fantastic feeling with you. This is the paradox of persuasion. So long as you turn off your ego and build up their ego from the inside out, it's a very, very effective way to get people to feel fantastic because of you.